Whoever you are, I'm not letting you ruin what's left of our future.
Hello, today is the summon video for the Tail Wizard Chronicle's newest event for the Levy Juvia for Valentine's Day. It's already past Valentine's Day, but that's okay, because how this game works is you can't do everything on the same day. So how I usually do these kind of videos for these events is I compile everything from all the days into one video. So this video is a compilation of all the summons I did for these new banners. Because you can only do a limited time of summons a day, so I just get footage from each day, and that's what this video is, just a compilation of multiple days worth of footage. And then towards the end of the video, I do a little bit of the PvP of the event, where you fight Levy on the hard difficulty, and showcase a little bit of that. And I do want to say something. On Twitter this morning, they did post a silhouette of Happy, I think it is, and then said new game mode soon on the 19th. So that's a couple days away. So either tomorrow or in a couple days from now, we're going to get more information about what this new game mode is. So instead of a third character for this event, like how they've been doing a pattern so far of adding a third character later in each event, this time it's a game mode, and the clue, the hints about what this game mode is a silhouette of what we think is Happy, and then they said, oh, a whole line of O's, and then a wing next to it, which, signifies an X-Seed's wing, like Happy's wing or something like that. So it's something to do with X-Seeds. Even though there already is a game mode, there is a game mode, in the trial stuff, for getting, X-Seed stuff, I believe. Yeah, I think there is you fight the big robot guy from the Endless Arc. So I don't really know what this game mode could do. It maybe just gives you more supplies to get more X-Seeds, I don't know. That's cool, because we do need more options, more ways to get them, because you can only get certain ones through events. So maybe this is a way to get Happy with the wings, and Carlo with the wings, and the rest of them with the wings without an event. This said game mode and not event, so I don't think it's a limited time game mode. I think it's a permanent game mode, not an event. So I'm curious to see how this goes. And it's cool that they're adding game modes, because people have been requesting more stuff to the game, so they're doing that. In terms of game modes I want to see for the game, I can't really think on the top of my head right now. I would have to think about it, but the only thing that really comes to mind for a game mode I would want to see in the game is in Dragon Ball Legends. There's a game mode, I think it's called Rising Battle or something like that. I don't know the exact name of it, but there's a game mode in Dragon Ball Legends where you pick 3 characters, and then you go on to the next battle, but you can't reuse the same characters. So a game mode where you have to be strategic, and go through the whole event or the whole game mode, saying, okay, I can use these characters now, and then save the good characters for later in the game mode. I think it's called Rising Battle in Legends or something like that, where there's 3 different stages. If you know, you know. Where if you lose with a team, the HP of the opponent stays the same. You just pick more characters, but you can't reuse the same characters over and over again. So something like that. If you play Dragon Ball Legends, you probably know what I'm talking about. So it's kind of a survival-ish, not really, but kind of a survival game mode where you can't reuse characters. Something like that could be good, but that's not going to be really good for new players, because obviously newer players aren't going to have a big roster of characters. For example, I am pretty high in the game right now, so I have a huge roster of characters. And I can't really think of any other game modes on the top of my head that I might want for the game, because this is my first time playing a game of this genre. I'm more used to other gacha games. This is very different. This is more just the game plays for you, which is fine. The game is still fun, and this is really just an idle kind of game, which I guess is nice, like a change of pace, I guess. I always say this all the time, but can we please just get like a real Fairy Tail game? I think the closest thing we've ever had to an arena fighter for Fairy Tail is Fairy Tail Fierce Fight, which is another mobile game. And speaking of Fairy Tail Fierce Fight, I reached level 100 last night or a couple nights ago, and I think that's the highest level your account can be in the game. So I will do a Fairy Tail Fierce Fight video soon, doing like a showcase of my level 100 account. Because I did showcase for like level 60, I think, or maybe level 90. I can't remember. And so I'll do another showcase for Fairy Tail Fierce Fight on my account, being level 100. But back to talking about new potential game modes for this game, for Fairy Tail Wizard Chronicles. I think more than... Obviously the gameplay has to be fun, but like what's the incentive, right? What's the incentive? Because in the Trials tab of the game right now, you can pretty much get like any currency you need. Gems, tickets, X-Seed eggs, dragon eggs. There's so many things in there where you can get like every currency in the game by grinding stuff in the trial stuff. There's already a whole list of game modes in this game to get pretty much all the currencies you need. So whatever this new game mode is, it's obviously has something to do with X-Seeds. Because there's a silhouette of Happy, and their clue is an emoji of a white wing. And yeah, it just clearly signifying something to do with Happy and X-Seeds. But we already have that in the game, where you already collect stuff for your X-Seed. So I don't really know what the incentive to this game mode is. If it's going to give you more, is it like a different are they adding different kinds of, like, are they going to do like a what if stuff? You know what I mean? Like, because in this event right now, for Juvia and Levy, there is a Carla that has like a what if design. So they're already doing that for events, so I don't really know what this game mode could do to incentivize people to play it. And on that same subject of like game modes to add, right? Maybe there can be a game mode that gives you XP. Gold is pretty nice to level up your bond cards. To get better bond cards, you need gold and so on. XP is good, obviously, for getting your character stronger. But we already have methods in the game right now to grind a lot of that stuff. And in the Fairy Tail Guild Hall with like the Mirror Jane thing, the Kana thing, finding books for Lucy, and then the other one, I can't think of it right now, the Levy page, where she uses a magnifying glass and gives you like a boost to your account. There's already a lot of stuff in the game that gives you what you need. So I don't really know what the incentive can be to play this new game mode. I guess we're going to find out either tomorrow or on the 19th. The game mode comes out on the 19th, so they might release information tomorrow or on the 18th, we don't know. This could be for a different game mode. So in the dragon game mode right now, to like get the dragon eggs and so on, where it like rotates each dragon, you can play up to 9 characters at a time. And that's pretty cool. So I don't think this next event is going to be like that. But for a future event after this one, I mean, for a game mode, for another game mode, what if there's a game mode that's similar to what I mentioned earlier about the Dragon Ball Legends thing, but instead of picking a couple characters at a time, you'll use like your entire roster? I don't think that's possible, but like what if there's a game mode that comes out where you can maybe pick like 10 to 20 characters at one time, and then have them like duel a massive boss or something, like Dragon Form Agnologia. That's probably going to be like an anniversary event, fighting like Agnologia or something. Or they might just do I don't know. I don't think they would throw Agnologia, like the Dragon Form, for a boss and just like a random event. I think they're saving that for like anniversary or something like that. I already talked about in different videos for the game when I think Zeref's coming out. I mean, like, the White Wing Zeref, like, you know, the Fairy Heart, END Natsu, Human Form Agnologia, and so on. There's so many characters still not in the game, like Dragon Force Wendy, Clear Heart Urza, Shadow Dragon, Shadow Iron Dragon Gajiel, Lightning Flame Dragon Natsu. There's still so many characters not in the game, and like transformations and so on. Ult tier. I'm still waiting for a UR ult tier. I get there's an SR ult tier, but that's not good enough for me. We need a UR ult tier, please and thank you. Been asking for it for so long. I don't know why they're holding out an ult tier. I guess they held out on Jalal, but they gave us Jalal pretty early, like on New Year's, so come on. And even down that, right, there's like multiple versions of Jalal himself. There's so many versions of Jalal, Natsu, Gajiel, Gray, Lucy, Urza, Wendy, even Loxus, right? Like, there's so many different forms of characters that they're just holding out on. I guess it's smart, because, like, as I said in other videos, there's a reason why they don't release every character on the launch of the game, because they need stuff to release on each event and so on, and for, like, anniversaries. I'm just sitting here and waiting for, like, the first anniversary to see what they do. If it's going to be 2 characters, like a normal events are, if it's going to be, like, 4 characters per anniversary, just to make it feel more special. I already said this in a previous video. I don't think for anniversary, they need to give us, like, E&D, Fairy Heart Zareth, and Acnologia in one event. I think each of those characters can, like, solo an anniversary in terms of hype. Like, they don't have to release all at the same time. Like, E&D Natsu can carry the hype for anniversary 1, right? Acnologia can carry the hype for a second anniversary or something like that. I'm just waiting to see what they do with the game. Yeah, that's the end of the compilation of summons and so on, so I'm not going to drag this out. Anyway, take care.